Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, FX right here. So this is actually another video, and in this video we are going to be learning about trading counter trends, internal structure tradings. Right, this is just how you take advantage of retracements to higher time frame pool of interest. Whenever we had a break of structure in the higher time frame, the market always give a retrace meant back to the higher time frame pool of interest before the trend continuation. But basically these tends to take a whole lot of time sometimes actually, and in this video I'm going to teach you guys how exactly you take advantage of this retracement to get into trade or get trade opportunities and follow the market to its normal higher time frame pool of interest, and then still get a very good trade opportunity to follow the overall trend or the overall structure. Right, I mean, you don't really want to miss this video. You don't want to miss this video, so let's just get straight into the video ASAP. Right, so in this video I'm going to be using XAUUSD as a case study, and a trade I called last week to teach you guys exactly how I did it and how I called the trade, and basically how you can do it too. Right, so basically on XAUUSD, let's go to the 3-hour time frame. Right, as you guys can see, XAUUSD has been a bullish structure for a very long time. Right, it has been a very bullish structure. I mean, a very trendy market with just very little retracement. Okay, so for example, we had a break of structure, right? As you guys can see, just mark out the market structure and all of that, so you can actually know what exactly you're looking out for, or basically where the market is going or heading to. Right, so yeah, we have this high right here to be, or to tends to be the next spot of interest. All right, so here in the 3-hour time frame, you can see that we have a pot of interest right here where we expect market to come mitigate, at least to come mitigate before it move to what the next high, basically at this point. Right, so you know that the market is actually coming to this point, and after it gets to this point, it's heading back to this point. Right, so this is actually a whole lot of pips right here. This is a whole lot of pips, around 3,000 pips right there from this side to this point. It's more than 3k pips, and you really don't want to miss on any of that. Right, don't want to miss on that. So these are how you can take advantage of retracements. Right, basically trading retracement is not really advisable, and it's not really sustainable. But if you really know how to do it, if you know exactly what you're looking out for in the market, you will be profitable trading retracement. Right, but it's not really for beginners. But yeah, I will teach you guys how to trade exactly retracements in this very video. Right, so basically I got a very good trade on XAU sometime last week. I think it was on Tuesday/Wednesday thereabout, and that particular trade was a retracement because it was sell. Right, basically the market is actually this very movement right here to the downside is just a retracement for the bullish continuation. Right, so it's counter trend, but then I got a very good sell right there, and it's more than 1,000 pips that I caught live. And basically on that trade I made a whole lot of money. I don't want to mention that I made a whole lot of money. So basically, let's go to the 1-hour time frame. So here you'll be able to mark out the pot of interest right here where we expect the bullish continuation, but the market has not really gotten there yet. So what do you expect? We expect the market to continue selling until we get to this point of interest. But first thing first, we need to know exactly what we call change of characters. Change of characters, if you haven't heard of that before, or you don't know what they are, change of characters is just what we use to identify a change of trend, either internal trend or external trends. Change of character, we have internal change of characters and external change of characters. Right, internal change of characters are the change of character we use as a confirmation to take internal structures to we used to take trade from internal liquidities to equal recent highs or recent lows actually. And external change of character is when we have an overall change of trend. Right, so for example here we should first thing first, you need to mark out the internal structures and all of that, or look out for supplies or demand fails. Right, so you can see right here internally, right, we have this demand zone right here. Right, we have that demand zone right, and basically we want to break that down internally. This would tend to be an internal trend, something like this, before this expansion to the upside. And you can see right here in this region the market actually broke it through. Right, so that might tend to be an internal range, internal change of character. Right, that might tend to be an internal change of character, and basically it being an internal change of character simply tell us that okay fine, the internal structure is now partially bearish. Right, and then market is now heading to go mitigate the external point of interest, which is this point. So the market actually like move below this low right here. That tells us okay, fine, the market wants to sell, or the market is getting ready to sell, right? And then how do you get your own entry? You need to like, you know, study the current trend or the current bearish trend. Actually, you need to like study that and see the next point of interest that we will be mitigating before the trend continuation, right? So moving to the 15 minutes time frame, just to like see the normal point of interest and see exactly where we'll be getting our trades from, right? You can see right here that the market actually like reacted from this point of interest. It reacted from, you can see it reacted from, when later broke it through with a very big candle, right? After reaction right there, you can see right here, this was the immediate point of interest. And even after the break of this whole thing, you can see right here that this actually mitigated this fair value gap right here, the 15 minutes fair value gap. This is the only point of interest that we have right here. And if you can, you know, check how the historical price movement, you can see we have the demands and supply side mitigation right here. So you have the supply side mitigation, break of structure, fair value gap mitigation, break of structure, and then this is the next point of interest immediately after the field of this demand or the internal change of character. You see how simple and crazy that is, right? So basically, me personally on the last week trade, I actually like, you know, got my entry immediately from the supply zone, right? The supply zone right here, my stop was actually above. That was around 140 pips, 140 pips stop right there, and my TP was at this internal range liquidity, right? So that was like 1.4, 1.5k pips there about. But then I really don't hold to this point. That's a crazy thing. I really don't hold to this point. I think I take profit around 1.6, 650 rod or 125 rod. But the crazy thing is, when the market actually closed, that, you know, when the market actually closed, you know, like it was around, I think I actually aired the trade till around 10 p.m. at night, right? So the market actually closed and the market opened back, I think 11 p.m. or 11:30 or 12. I really don't have any idea about that. So the market actually opened back. We can see that it's actually jumped, like we had the open gap. All of this candle that is actually right here, it's not my MT5, right? It's not my MT5, maybe due to like it's not the same broker, right? So it's not my MT5. It was a very huge gap, right, to this point right here, right? So actually like take profit out somewhere around this point right here, because that's a whole lot of pips for me, and that's like, you know, take profit already, right? I won't still like get a re-entry, right? And basically let me show you guys the re-entry that I got and exactly how I did it. So right here you can see that we have another structure right after the modification of the supply zone, right? So heading to the 5 minutes time frame, because here in the 15 minutes time frame you can see that we can't really see any supply zone, you can't see any fair value gap. But right here in the 15 minutes time frame you can see that we have this fair value gap right here that tends to be a very valid point of interest for a re-entry, right? At this point you really don't need to like look for complicated things, right? You really don't need to like complicate things, because, you know, the market just trying to like mitigate something and then boom to the upside. And basically I actually still have, apart from this point of interest right here, I still have this supply zone in mind that okay fine, if the market actually disrespect this one, then we are coming to like sell or give the sell continuation from here. But praise market actually give a sell continuation from here, right? And I had a re-entry right here in the market, what boom to my tick profit, right? I'm not even gonna lie, on this trade I make a whole lot of money, even more than my expectations, and it was actually very crazy, right? So like still following that internal structure whole thing, internal structure, let's go back to the 15 minutes time frame. So still following the internal structure whole thing, you can see how exactly market is still like, you know, mitigating point of interest from the lower time frames, right? Because basically, let me tell you something, let me tell you chart, let me tell you a secret about this whole thing. If the market is still, or the market hasn't mitigated the point of interest, we will keep that bearish or that internal structure until we mitigated the point of interest, right? Until we mitigated the point of interest. So basically, after this break of structure again, you can see that we have another fair value gap mitigation right here. Right here, we have another fair value gap mitigation right here. Right after that, we have another break of structure again. Right, we have a minor break of structure right here still, and then after that, market like take out all of this point right here, so like come to get a supply zone right here from a 30 minutes time frame, as you guys can, I think it's a 15. All right, 15 minutes time frame, you can see this supply zone right here that came back here to mitigate, and the market is like going bearish right now. So basically, we are very near to the point of interest for the bullish or the overall bullish point of interest is this point right here, where we like, you know, expect to continue the bullish movement, but at least even with all of this internal moves, I still call like 1,000 pips minimum, right? If I want to like continue to follow the internal structures, I will keep taking sales, until the market gets to this point of interest before the overall bullish trend continues, right? Even me trading against the trend, because as you know how I did my stuff, even me trading against the trend or trading internal structures, I still like, you know, make money out of just like normal retracement and all of that. Though this is not really sustainable, but it's not really sustainable for those that don't know how exactly this works. And this is actually how it's basically, if you have a structure, if you have an overall structure like this, immediately after a break of structure of an external structure, the market tends to like give you retracement back to the normal port of interest, which will be somewhere around here. And in that case, the market tends to like create a new internal structure, form a new internal structure until the mitigation of that port of interest, which will be somewhere around here before the trend continuation. So then you should take advantage of this internal structure right here, because we have a break of structure, retracement, and mitigation of an internal supply zone. After that, we have another break of structure, then another retracement again to the supply zone again, then another break of structure, then another break of structure. Consider here, after each internal break of structure, the market is mitigating internal port of interest up until the mitigation of the external port of interest before the overall bullish continuation or the overall trend continuation actually, like, you know, takes place. As simple as that, right? So basically, this was like how to like trade internal structures and how to like trade retracements. As simple as that, guys. You can just like go to your charts, analyze this thing, and see for yourself how very powerful it works. Though there are some times where the market won't, like, you know, when the market won't what's it called, gets to a port of interest that you like, you know, expect the market to like come to before it's continuing the trend. That happens actually. It happens very well. This is an example. We are looking at the market to like come to this port of interest to come, you know, come mitigate it. But then the market actually gets to this level right hand, then created an higher high instead. And you were looking for sales around this region. It happens, right? It happens, and that's actually what makes internal structures not really sustainable to trade, right? That's actually what makes it not really sustainable to trade. But then if you actually know exactly how this thing works, you should be able to like take advantage of every move that actually happened, right? So you should actually know your in and out of all of those things and how to, like, you know, take advantage of them. So basically that's pretty much the simple thing I want to like show you guys or share with you guys in this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure to subscribe to this channel, join my Telegram channel, follow me on X, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.